Howdy everybody, welcome back to the daily vlog. Today's vlog is going to be a little different because I'm going to try to do my first ever full book review on a book. I haven't really thought this out very much, so I'm really just winging it here after I just hit record. So I just finished today a book called Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I think that's how you say his last name, I don't know. But it's the same guy who wrote The Martian, which I've never actually read, but I saw the movie The Martian and I thought it was really good. And so I will be getting to spoilers for this book. So if you are planning to read this or want to read this but don't want to know anything about the book, then stop the video right now and come back and watch it later. But just if you want to know my unspoiler review, I really enjoyed this book, would definitely recommend. So, okay, now I'm going to talk about it. So this book, what I think I like most about it is that one is a very sciencey book, but it does a really good job of breaking it down into simple terms and making the science really interesting. Because I'm someone who feels like I don't know very much about science, but the whole time I was following along, I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. I understand why he's doing that, why the character was using his science knowledge and how he was applying it. It was very understandable for me, a non-science little fella. So the book itself, it features this main character who wakes up having no idea where he is. He can't even remember his own name. He's trying to figure out at first what's going on. And as the book progresses, he finds out that he's in space, he's in a spaceship, and one thing that I think is really fun about the book is each section goes back into time, and bit by bit he keeps having memories of things that happened in his past, like when he was on Earth, and kind of all leads up to his current time, like why he's on the ship, what he's doing, and his whole purpose there. And sometimes when a book jumps between one narrative where it is in the story and then in the past, or if it switches to another character's point of view, I kind of get frustrated because I'm really enjoying what's going on now. I don't want to jump to a whole nother part of the story. But what I thought this book did really well is that I enjoyed both parts, in the past and in the present. I was excited to read when it would jump to the past, ooh, let's get back to the past story, and then it was back in the present. I was excited about the present story. So sort of the goal of this book is that humanity, Earth, is in trouble of going extinct. Classic humanity having some sort of crisis level event happen. These little microorganisms they discover have started taking energy from the sun. So they basically are on the sun, they're sucking up its energy from themselves, and they go to Venus. There's this whole line, and humanity's trying to figure out why there's this line of all these organisms. And then they find out that there's a star further off in the galaxy that has the microorganisms near it, but they're not leeching the power of that sun. So what's different about that star that we can figure out? So in summary, the main character gets selected to be part of the crew that goes to the star to figure out what's going on and why that star doesn't have the organisms leeching its power. And then when the guy gets there, when he's kind of waking up, figuring out, because he had to be in a coma the whole time, he lost his memory, he meets a new alien species. And at first you're like, oh no, what's going to happen? Are the aliens going to be mean? But then he ends up meeting his best friend, an alien he names Rocky. And it sort of goes through the whole experience of them figuring out each other's languages, using science to break down and figure out what. Oh, Emily's walking behind the camera all quiet like. You can walk normally, Emily. But about them figuring out each other's languages, how to communicate and interact with the different atmospheres from Earth and where Rocky, his alien planets they're at, and it's all about them working together to solve the problem, because Rocky's home planet is also having the same issue where those organisms are leeching off their star that is close to their planet. And so I think it's a tale of good friendship and happiness, and in the end it's really nice because they find out a solution to their problem, how to get rid of the organisms. And there's a lot of really thrilling things that happen in the book, and you're kind of on the edge of your seat as you're reading it. I think it's very similar to The Martian, if you've seen that. Things are going really nice and steady, and you're having a good laugh, and then all of a sudden you don't know what's about to happen. Are they going to make it out of this tense situation? So I think it was a fun read. I really couldn't put it down. I started reading it either yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, and I finished it today. I just powered on through. And then it has a happy ending at the end, which I'm a big fan of. Good endings in books. I hate when it's a sad ending. I'm like, why did I spend my whole time reading this? So that's my review of Project Hail Mary. Very fun, great characters, characterization, story, and a fun science fiction read. Even if you've never really read science fiction, I would give it a try, and you might enjoy science a little more. So yeah, that's all I have for today's vlog. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.